and theme partnerships, Atlee Clark.
Thanks, Atlee. Hi, guys. How you doing? Yeah. So you guys have heard a lot this morning. Are you ready for some more? Yeah? All right. Let's do that then. So, you've heard some amazing things from Chris and Satish, right? From Satish, you heard all the ways that we are opening up storefronts, getting more customers in front of our merchants. You heard from Chris all the ways that we are improving the Shopify platform, making it more robust and more simple to run a business. And of course, making it look a little nicer, right? And what I want to talk about is what this means for the platform, what this means for all of you who build with it and on it. Now, how big is that platform? Like, what am I talking about? Well, as of today, there have been over 40 billion calls to our API in 2017 alone. Just think about that for a second. That's huge. And a good chunk of these calls are going to help merchants run their business. Help them do things that make it easier to have the back office work for them. Chris already told you about the Price Rules API. And I have to say, it's one of my favorites. I think that's probably because I get all your emails complaining about not having an API for discounts. And I know it's a long time coming, but I'm really, really proud of the fact that we didn't just release a discounts API, that we took a platform approach to give all of you the ability not just to create an app that does get discounts, but bring interesting and compelling new ways for merchants to incentivize customers to buy their products. And I want to show you two other ways that we're opening up this part of the platform for you to take advantage of huge opportunities to help merchants run their businesses. So let's talk about a workflow that exists in Shopify right now, draft orders. So draft orders has existed inside Shopify for a while. It allows merchants who take, let's say, more traditional orders, right? Over the phone. You guys have heard of phones. People call. They make orders. They do orders at trade shows. The draft orders function inside Shopify allows a merchant to create an invoice and send an email to that customer for them to complete the checkout. And it's a really, really powerful thing for a lot of our merchants. But we thought, there's a lot of potential here to do a lot more. And this manual process isn't serving everyone. And so we've released the Draft Orders API. Yeah. And what's great about this API is it allows you to automate the entire process that merchants take, right? You can complete, edit, delete, and create those invoices, all the way through to sending that email so that customer can finish that checkout. And what's great is that these orders get pulled into Shopify, and a merchant can go and fulfill and complete that order just like any other. Now, we ran a beta while we were building this API. And we asked a couple of our app developers to help us. And I would just want to show you something that one of our app developers did with this. This is Ultimate Reorder. Ultimate Reorder is an app that helps merchants who have businesses where customers come back and do repeat orders. They want the exact same thing over and over again. Things like coffee, or maybe a printer ink company, right? And Ultimate Reorder allows them, the merchant, to make that super simple and allows the customer to initiate that order all the way through to completion. By leveraging the Draft Orders API and other parts of the platform, they can take this to the next level, and they have. By not just making it simpler, but actually by helping merchants incentivize customers to keep coming back and doing that reorder, helping those businesses grow. And that's just scratching the surface. We believe there's a huge opportunity in this space. Invoicing, custom orders, and maybe even a little bit of wholesale. This is the power of the Draft Orders API, and that's what we want you guys to build for those merchants who have these types of business models. Okay, so let's move to another really big opportunity. Marketing. You heard from Lindsay earlier today that marketing is the #1 pain point for merchants. Here, we know that a great marketing campaign can mean the difference between a business being an idea and a business being a real thing. A bad marketing campaign can mean the end of a business. But what is a good marketing campaign? What is a bad one? This is why this is the #1 pain point. That remains a huge question for our merchants. So today, we are releasing an API to help app developers who build marketing apps solve that problem for merchants. The Marketing Events API is a super powerful API that enables marketing apps to show their value directly to merchants, getting credit for the efforts your app makes. If we think about a merchant who's marketing, who's taking, has a new product and wants to get it out to the world, and they say, okay, I'm going to do some email marketing, I will do an ad buy, and maybe some promoted social posts. And they go and they do that, and their sales go up. That's great. But then they go, wait a second, which one of my efforts led to these sales? Well, the truth of the matter is, it was probably a combination or all three. And we want to be able to tell that to merchants. So how are we going to do that? Conversion data. We want to tell merchants all about the consumer journey, what they saw, what they clicked, what got them to place that order. And we want to do it directly on the orders page. Again, giving you credit for the role you played, no matter if it was first click, last click. We want to surface that. Another place we want to surface that, home. Home is the first thing merchants open in the morning and the last thing they close at night. By bringing information about how their marketing campaigns are doing in real time, super powerful, helping them make decisions about what to double down on. This is a huge, huge opportunity for marketing apps to come in to the merchant workflow. All right, so Price Rules API, Marketing Events API. I want to move to that other part of the platform that Satish was talking about, right? Storefronts. So Satish showed us earlier all the ways that we're opening new ways for merchants to sell. So the core ways that we're doing this, buy buttons, mobile buy SDK, and of course that very, very slick Unity buy SDK. And all of these things are underlined by a single API that allows us to build these custom storefronts. And I'm so excited to tell you that today, we're giving you this API. The Storefront API actions all the things a consumer can do on a merchant storefront. see products, categories, collections. Allows us to see prices and stock levels. Even create a cart. So, how does all of this work inside Shopify? It means you can create custom storefronts that can be installed and used just like any other channel inside Shopify. It means this is a huge opportunity to create one-to-one buying experiences that help merchants leverage audiences, followings, or allows them to explore whole new surfaces like gaming. There's something special about this API. It is the first public API we are releasing in GraphQL. Yeah, GraphQL. So, GraphQL, query language for APIs, it allows you to get the exact data you need, no more, no less, from multiple resources all in one call. This means faster performance and more reliable results for you. And why are we doing this? Well, we learned this ourselves. When we built the Greats app, we built this in REST first. And it took 5 round-trip API calls and 2 to 3 seconds for this page to render. By using GraphQL, we could complete this in one call, and it all loads in milliseconds. This can make all the difference in the world for a merchant. So, we think the Unity by SDK is pretty cool. But I know that by giving developers the Storefront API plus the power of GraphQL, that we're in for some serious, stiff competition. And I'm really, really excited to see what you guys build with this. All right. So let's move to the last part of the platform, right? Apps and Shopify. So, at Shopify, from the beginning, we've had an open API, allowing people to build really, really powerful apps for our merchants. The fact that you're all here is a testament to how valuable that is. But let's be honest, we allow apps to exist sort of on the periphery of the platform, bringing that value from the outside in. But if we're all going to do what Toby said and flatten the line and make it easier for merchants to run their businesses, then we realized that we can't just have you on the outside anymore. We need to bring you into the platform, enable you to make seamless and simple experiences, and be directly inside merchant workflows. So, how are we doing this? Obviously, what Chris shared with you with Polaris is a way for you to make those simple, seamless experiences. But it's not just about look and feel, right? It's about being inside merchant workflows. So let's go through one of those workflows. This is a product page, right? You have a merchant who has that new product. They upload their photos, they write their product descriptions, pick the channels they want it to show up in, prices, all those kinds of things. And what's the next thing they want to do? Well, the next thing they want to do is share it with people, put it in front of their customers. So we decided to enable them to do that right there in the product page without leaving. This is our super simple way of enabling them to post to Facebook. But we want to enable you to do that too. We are beefing up app links to not just send a merchant somewhere else to go and do a task, but enable app developers to build tasks that are contextually relevant inside that page where the merchant is finishing that workflow. We are starting this with marketing apps. As we said, it's the #1 pain point. And through use of the Marketing Events API, We want to bring these kinds of actions into places like the product page. But we're not stopping there. We are looking at the ways that these tasks can be included across the Shopify platform and across app types. We want those tasks to be as simple as possible, and we know we can't do it without you. Another way we want to bring you into workflow is, again, back in home. As I said, the first thing merchants open in the morning, the last thing they close at night, it is their business coach. So let's coach them. Here is a home card that is helping merchants make decisions around marketing plus discounting. And we want to bring third-party apps into this experience. If we know that an action you can take on their behalf will make them more successful, we should put that here, right? To coach them on their way to being a more successful business. Now, this is all fine and good if they already have you installed, right? So let's talk about that other merchant workflow, installing apps. Well, as Chris told you earlier, search is becoming a central part of this Shopify experience. When a merchant hits a pain point and they don't know how to solve it, we want to give them those solutions. And a lot of times, that solution is an app. We want to bring app recommendations inside Quick Search. And in fact, we've already started doing this. And we're going to do more and more of it. Based on what we know you deliver to other merchants, we want to tell merchants like them that you can help them. It's a good one, right? And so how do you get into all these workflows? Well, first and foremost, build valuable experiences for merchants. But also embrace that approach to simplicity and seamlessness through using the Polaris platform, leveraging our embedded App SDK, and then using APIs like the Marketing Events API and other things that we're going to be releasing to help bringing you into the platform. All right. There's one more workflow that I want to talk about that is super important. Mobile. So, as Lindsay told us, increasingly merchants want to run their business from anywhere. Now, she also told us that merchants increasingly rely on their apps. So, I am so excited to tell you that this summer, when we make our next major release of Shopify Mobile, apps will be inside the Shopify native app. If you are using the embedded App SDK, not only will you show up in the mobile app experience, but a merchant can access all of your functionality without ever leaving the app. This is not just about creating links out to mobile web. This is, again, creating those seamless experiences inside workflows, where merchants can complete exactly what they need to do in exactly the place they want to. And the cherry on top of all of this, those super powerful app links I showed you, yeah, they're going to be in mobile too. It's going to be pretty amazing. This helps merchants take advantage of every minute of every day and run their businesses from anywhere. So, you've heard a lot this morning. You've heard about all the ways that we want to lead a path to more entrepreneurs. You've heard about who our merchants are and who they're becoming. You've heard about new storefronts and ways that Shopify is changing, keeping up with the complexity by driving simplicity, and the ways that we are opening our platform to have you all participate in it and make it even better. And the reason we're doing all of this is because we believe that doing this will make it easier to start, run, and have a successful business on Shopify. But what I hope you also see is all of this is to help you start and run and have a successful business with Shopify. Because the path to entrepreneurship and more entrepreneurs at Shopify is across the entire platform. Merchants, app and theme developers, and partners. So at this time, I'm going to say goodbye to our friends on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, for all of you who were the smart ones and bought tickets and actually came to Unite, the next day and a half, you have the opportunity to go and learn about all the things we talked about this morning, either through sessions or office hours. And I really, really encourage you to go to learn, but also to ask questions, give us your feedback. There are almost 200 people from Shopify who came here, most of them from Canada. And they are so excited to meet with all of you and hear what you think. Tomorrow is one of the things I'm most excited about, which is the Toby AMA. If you log into your mobile app, you can put your questions in there for Toby, and we will try to get to as many as we can, so do that. Also, so inside your mobile app, sign up for office hours. Download the Frenzy app for some really amazing swag. But most importantly, connect with each other. You're all here to help drive this thing that is the Shopify ecosystem. The stories of partnerships that came out of Unite 2016 are some of my favorite of the year. And you can start doing that with lunch and have an amazing Unite 2017.
Reminder here, we have track 1, extending the merchant experience with apps, can be found at